Hi everyone. We're going to graph hyperbolas that the center is not the origin. So it's some HK that is not 0, 0, 0, 0. The video after this, we will do the same thing, but we'll complete the square. So this one is just, I think, 3 problems, and we will graph it at the same time. So the first thing, we just want to find out all this information. The center is, be careful here, x goes first, so here's your x, is negative 2, comma 3. Alright, and on the side here, I'm going to write my a squared equals 1, my b squared equals 9, and remember this is c squared equals a squared plus b squared, so c squared is just 10. Therefore, my a is plus or minus 1, my b equals plus or minus 3, and my c equals plus or minus square root of 10, which is really close to 3, a little bigger than 3. Alright, so we also have to find the vertices, and the vertices are going to be on whatever is the lead. The lead is y. So what I do on my vertices is, let me write vertices here, is I copy my center down, and since it's the y, the only thing that's changing is my y. So I'm going to add to my y. And negative 2, comma 3. Same with my foci. My foci, I'm not changing my x. So I copy my x down, but I'm going to add and subtract to my y. So the vertices, what I'm adding is my a. So I'm adding 1 and subtracting 1, the plus and minus 1. For my foci, I'm adding my c, which is plus root 10, square root of 10, and minus square root of 10. And that's the information. I can rewrite this as negative 2, comma 4, and negative 2, comma 2. Now, my slope is going to be, in this case, a squared over b squared, because the y starts first. All I do is I remember y over x. So square root of 1 is 1, and the square root of 9 is 3. And then it's going to be plus and minus. Alright, so that's the slope of the asymptotes. So let's graph this. And I usually like to graph this while I'm doing it, but it's hard to do that on here. So we're going negative 2, going up 1, right? Or 3, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and down 3. So here's this. Now, your center is, wait. I need to, let me stop. Okay. Let me erase this. Okay, so basically, let me write the equation down so I don't get confused. So I have y minus 3 squared over 1 minus x plus 2 squared over 9 equals 1. So my center is at negative 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's my center. Now, since y starts, I'm adding 1 to the 3, which we already did on the previous page, and I'm going down 1. On the x from the center, I'm adding the square root of 9, which is 3, so I go over plus 3, 1, 2, 3, and over here 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to draw a box. Now notice we didn't we didn't care about these points. These are not the vertices. These two here are not the vertices. The vertices are right on the y. Now, I'll go ahead and draw my slope from corner to corner through the origin of this box, rectangle. So there's my slope of the asymptotes. And all this is going to do is open up, because y is the start here, right here. and down. It opens up and down. Now my foci was square root of 10, which is very close to 3. So from my center, I'm going up 3. So from my center, I'm going up 3. 1, 2, 3. Or a little past 3. Because it's square root of 10. From my center, I'm going down 3. 1, 2, 3. A little after. So this would be foci 1, foci 2. Or you can say foci. And there's your graph. And you could label these if you want, but we already put all the information here. Okay? So for me, it's easier to graph and then fill this information, but we'll do it this way. All right, so here, my center is going to be -3, 2, and my a squared is 9, my b squared is 25, and my c squared is going to be 34. Therefore, my a is 3 plus or minus 3, my b is plus or minus 5, and my c is plus or minus square root of 34, which is very close to 6, right? Square root of 36 is 6. All right, so I write down my center. The same thing happened as the last problem, my y starting. So this is my center, and what I do for my vertices is I write down my x and my 2, and I add my a part, which is going to be what? 3. And then I write it again, and it's going to be 2 minus 3. Okay? And your foci is the same thing. Copy down your center. So we were just copying down 2, 2. And you're adding square root of 34. And you're subtracting the square root of 34. All right? Your slope's going to be 3 over 5 plus or minus 3 over 5. All I did was take my y part, take the square root of it, which is 3. Take the square root of my x part, which is 5, so that's plus or minus 5. And when you graph it, you'll see it. So here we go. I'm going to copy this down again so I don't make a mistake. So I'll write it over here. So we have y minus 2 squared over 9 plus x plus 3 squared over 25 equals 1. So my center was -3 and then up 2. There's my center. Reminds me of the other one. Right, so from my center, from my y, I'm adding 3, because that's my a, square root of 9 is 3, to 3. That's going to be your vertex part, because it's going to open up and down 3. My y, I'm just going to add the 5, my x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That just helps me draw the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I draw a little box around here. And then draw my asymptotes, which you can see it's 3 over 5. We went up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anyway, and you can go -3 over 5 as well. Okay? Okay. And it's going to open up and down because y begins, so it goes up and down. It's not very good, but I'm just kind of sketching it. And the foci from the center, my c was the square root of 34. So from here I'm adding to my 2, I'm adding square root of 34, which is really close to 6. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but a little less. So there's foci 1, and from my center I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but a little less. And there's my foci 2, or my focus 2. Okay, let's do one more where the x starts first. So my center is 1, -4. And I'll go ahead and do vertices now. Since my x starts first, I'm adding to the x plus something, but I'm keeping the y. So I'm just copying it down. So this would be your vertices. And for the foci, I do the same thing. It's be 1 plus something and -4, and 1 minus something, -4. And this is your foci, plural for focus. All right, so let's figure all this out. We have a squared is 64. B squared is 16. Therefore, c squared, you add these and you get what? 780. All right. So A is plus or minus 8. B is plus or minus 4. And C is plus or minus square root of 80, which is very close to 9, square root of 9. So for my vertices, I'm adding to the x. My x, I'm adding the a. So it's plus 8. And then it's, minus 8. And for the foci, I'm adding the square root of 80. And you can simplify that. So let me simplify all this. So basically your vertices are 9, -4, and -7, -4. That's your vertices. And your foci, if you, how do we divide this? Let's see. 16 times 5, right? So that would be 1 plus 4 root 5, -4, and 1 minus 4 root 5, -4. You need to know that like when you have to simplify, but for a graph, we just need to know it's close to 9. And the slope, the asymptotes, is you take your y, square root it. So under the y, that's your b now in this case. So that's going to be plus or minus 4 over 8, which is plus or minus 1/2. And you automatically get that if you draw this right. So basically, let's graph it. And we have, let me write it down again. Where is this at? Okay, so x minus 1 squared over 64 minus y plus 4 squared. Wow. Okay, plus 4 squared over 16 equals 1. So my center was 1, -4. There's my center. Now my x, I'm going out 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's where you get your 8, your 9 from. And then we're going to go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And there's where you get your -7 from. And on the y portion, we're going up 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we go down right? 1, 2. We should have gone down 4. So let me move this down. Should have been 4. And this would be here and here. And I'll erase this. Sorry about that. All right, so for the y portion, we're going up 4, which would be here, and down 4, which would be here. I draw a box. Now I draw my asymptotes. And let's see if I can get that. All right. Now this one, since x starts first, it's going to open left and right. Here are your vertices. So it's going to open up in this way. And your focus was what? Square root of 80 plus or minus square root of 80, which is close to 9. So from here, we're going out 9. Let's do purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's about there. And your other focus is right about there. And there's your hyperbola. The next video I do is going to be a couple of hyperbolas where you have to complete the square. Thanks and have a nice day.